Well, Missouri offers some of the best turkey hunting in the nation.
Ryan Rumba joins us live from Jefferson City with some useful information for hunters.
Good morning, guys. Yes, spring turkey hunting season starts on Monday, so we're giving you all the tips and tricks that you need to get going this season. I'm here this morning with Scott. We're at the Runge Nature Center. Good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
Okay, I'm not a hunter. I have no idea about any of this stuff with turkey season, other than what I've researched, obviously. So you're here to lay down all the facts for me.
I'll do what I can to help, yeah.
So my first question, what's the difference between, besides the seasons, spring hunting season and fall hunting season? Are there any differences?
Well, spring is our most popular hunting season of the two. And in spring season, hunters are allowed to hunt from a half hour before sunrise up until 1 p.m.
Okay.
Whereas in the fall, hunters can hunt all day long.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Yeah, and then in the spring too, hunters are required to hunt turkeys, only male turkeys or turkeys with a visible beard.
Okay.
And in the fall, that requirement's not there. Any turkeys are available.
Gotcha. So maybe that's why we have so much at Thanksgiving, right?
Could be, yeah.
We were talking a little bit about these turkeys. Now we've got some of our friends here this morning, our fake turkeys. Now you said they have to have beards, right?
Right.
Tell me about that.
Right. Yeah, so when we say beards, we're talking about this batch of feathers here or this batch of feathers here. And sometimes they're shorter, but these are mature gobblers, so they're the full length. And that's just it's a common term that people call it. But it is feathers. And that is one of the things that we require hunters to see and identify before they take their shot.
Now, can you see that from far enough away? I mean,
yeah, well, that's
what
part
if he just went to the barber and he got it?
Yeah, went to the barber. Yeah, well, that's part of why we require it, because a lot of times male and female turkeys might be intermingled and things like that. And in the spring, we want hunters focused on shooting males so that the hens can do their nesting and reproduction can occur and things like that. But the other reason that we have them look for the beard is to make sure that they've got a clearly identified shot and that they're not shooting too far away.
Okay.
So there's kind of a safety component there as well.
That makes sense. Now, what happens when you do shoot your turkey? What do you have to do next?
Well, you're required to tag your turkey.
Okay, show me how to do that.
Yeah, now obviously you need to go purchase your turkey tags ahead of time, and you can do that online. I printed this one off online.
Okay.
Just with your home printer, or you can go to a vendor and get one. But the thing you have to do first before you do anything else is you look across the top, and you can see the dates of the month and then the months themselves. Yeah. And so you have to notch your turkey. So let's just say we shot this turkey on opening day. That's
on Monday.
On Monday. That's the 21st. So I would notch out the word April. Well, I didn't do that right.
4 months.
And conservation agents are going to be understanding of that. Then,
yeah, of
then
course.
I'm gonna notch out the 21st.
Okay.
So that's how that would look. Then before I really don't, I can go ahead and just call it in at that point, and I'll call the 800 number that's listed on here and report this number right here as the number that I've shot. Then after I've done that, I record the confirmation number on the tag that they give me on the phone. And then the easiest way to do it at that point is to just get you a Ziploc baggie and a twist tie. And you just take your tag, stick it in the bag, seal it down, and really the best way is just to attach it right to the leg of the turkey.
That's easy.
And then this identifies that turkey as the one that you shot.
Gotcha.
And there's no kind of
there's no confusion,
shenanigans going on about whose turkeys are whose and that kind of thing.
All right.
So that's how you do it.
Well, good information. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about spring turkey season and maybe even talk about some gun safety, which is also a good thing. But for now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio. We are at the Runge Nature Center this morning in Jefferson City, and we are talking about spring turkey season. I'm here this morning with Scott. Good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
We've got guns.
We do.
Very cool. I feel pretty cool right now, even though I don't know how to hold it.
You look a little uncomfortable, yeah.
Well, first we were talking about, see, you're holding yours like a baby.
You can just, whatever you want.
Okay, just as long as we're not doing what?
As long as you're not pointing the muzzle at each other or
anybody.
Somebody else. That's right. So
we're talking about spring turkey season. It's a lot of planning beforehand. You can't just go out and do it, right?
No. You need to go out. You need to go out, and if you're going to go to private property, you need to make sure and get permission from a landowner ahead of time. You need to go out when the sun's starting to come out days before so that you can kind of scout where the turkeys are being.
Right.
You need to maybe even go out the night before your hunt to try to see where the turkeys are roosting that night.
Okay.
And call a little bit and try to get them to respond back so you kind of know where to start the next day.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's some private property, but then there's public property, right, that you can just go to.
The biggest part of Missouri is in private ownership. So those private grounds get hunting pressure, but then the public ground gets quite a bit of pressure as well. But you got to know your borders of the property because you're going to walk in there in the dark.
Right.
You got to know where to start and where you're at while you're there.
Exactly. All right, we're holding these guns. Tell me a little bit, some basic gun safety 101 here.
Well, 101 stuff deals with the muzzle. The muzzle's the end of the shotgun where the projectile comes out of, and that's the dangerous end of the gun. And so if we're going to talk about where to point a firearm, if you make all the mistakes in the world and don't remember anything about firearm safety, pointing the muzzle in a safe direction is going to get you out of
Don't
the
even
pinch.
goof around.
That's
with
right.
It.
So as long as we're pointing the muzzle in a safe direction, we're good to go. And the other thing too is you got to be careful when you're out in the field, especially if it's dark or if there's rough terrain or you come up to what I've tied this rope up here.
Yeah, we've got this
like
rope here.
A simulated barbed wire fence sort of thing.
Okay.
Because we investigate these hunting accidents and find that people are careless around situations like this, and this is where they'll either accidentally shoot themselves or their hunting partner. And you can imagine what it would be like hunting with your best friend or your father or your son or something like that. And family members have to deal with that stuff afterwards. So it's really, really simple stuff that we train.
So we've got some tactics here.
Right.
If we
some
approach
basic
this
techniques.
fence.
Right. We want to make sure that when we cross some obstacle that we're unloaded. And I've already made sure that these shotguns are unloaded and you can open the action.
They don't fire, by the way.
Right.
We're
These
not
are just
holding...
training shotguns.
Right.
I've opened the action on both of these. I've verified that there's no shells in the chamber or in the magazine.
Okay.
We've also put them on safety. So the thing we want to do is cross the fence without the shotgun in our hands, because you can imagine what it's like to try to cross and balance at the same time.
That's
so
when
the
people
best
might
way
trip.
for two people to do this is for me to hand you my shotgun.
Okay.
And you keep them both pointed in a safe direction. You got it?
Yep, got it.
Then I'm going to cross the fence. Then you can hand me both shotguns. Got them. And I'll
then
keep
I
them
get to
pointed in a
cross.
safe direction. Then I hand you yours back. Would reload and then proceed with our hunt.
And get ready to go.
Right.
It's common sense, but when people get out there, they might forget that stuff when you're in the heat of the moment or something.
We've been teaching hunter education since 1987 when it was mandatory. We taught it before that, but it became mandatory in 87, and we saw our hunting incident rates dropped 70% just by teaching young hunters how to do some basic hunting skills.
Cool, definitely. And these are orange, and we're going to talk a little bit when we come back about wearing orange and making sure that you're seen while you're hunting. And we might go outside for that one. I'm excited. The sun's coming up. But for now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Very nice.
It is. Now, if you had a gun in your hand, I don't know. Spring turkey season starts next weekend. There's a lot to prepare for before you head out to hunt.
Ryan Rumba joins us live from Jefferson City with some useful tips for turkey hunters. Hey, Ryan.
Shoot.
Good morning, guys. I've got my orange on this morning. We're talking about spring turkey season, and I'm at the Runge Nature Center in Jefferson City with Scott. Good morning. You've got your orange on, too.
You've got my orange on.
I've got his orange on. Looking pretty cool. Now, this area over here is absolutely beautiful. We're actually in an atrium area, and believe it or not, we had some turkey friends come visit us earlier, but they got a little camera shy.
They did, yeah.
I actually took some pictures of them, and I put them on my Facebook page, so if you're interested in seeing those, go ahead and check that out. It's really cool. They were huge.
Yeah, there was 3 hens and 2 big gobblers, or 3 big gobblers out here, just strutting and
they were creeping,
kind of bragging in front of those girls. Yeah, that's right.
Now, we're wearing orange for a reason. You guys stress to wear orange while you're hunting. Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, in the fall, deer hunters are required to wear orange, but in the spring, turkey hunters aren't required to wear orange. In fact, most of the time, you wouldn't wear orange while you're hunting.
Okay.
The idea with the orange is to wear it when you're coming in and out of the field. After you're done with your hunt or after you've shot your bird and you're carrying it out, it's super important to be wearing bright colors.
Just let everybody know, I'm here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because you can see the colors of the turkey. There's a lot of black in the turkey. There's some reds, there's some blues, even some white. And those are dangerous colors
to wear.
To associate if you're walking through a lot of brush and kind of just stomping around, and there may be another hunter who expects that a turkey's coming.
Right.
Whereas orange is the only color in the world that looks like this. There's nothing else in nature that's going to look like orange. So, yeah, when you're done with your hunt, you got to walk out, or just say you're carrying your bird up over your shoulder. You can imagine what that must look like to another hunter who's seeing this kind of flappy wing thing coming through the woods.
Yeah.
If you're still in all your
if you're ready to go, if you're ready to go, ready to shoot something, and you see something flopping around.
Dangerous combination. I've seen accidents personally happen that way.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Now you say that some people have some tents that you want to put orange on too.
Yeah, well, they call them hunting blinds, but they just look like a tent basically. And especially if a lot of times we'll take a kid hunting with us or something, and these blinds are really nice because the kids can move around in there and not get seen by the turkeys. But the problem is none of the hunters can see so much either. So what we would recommend anytime you're hunting out of a blind is to hang some orange on the sides or across the top of it or something like that. That way the other hunters coming through the woods who may be hearing you call or who may see your decoys set up in front of you, who maybe are sneaking themselves, are knowing that that's a hunter that's calling. That's a fake turkey decoy that's sitting out there, not a real bird, and nobody accidentally has an accident that way.
And we were talking about calling. You don't want to necessarily sneak up on a turkey that way. You want to call it to you, right?
Yeah, you need to move a little bit to get to where you can hear a turkey, but once you hear them, you need to just sit still.
Yeah.
Sit still because number one, it's unsafe, because if you're calling and moving, that may be another hunter calling and moving to you also. Again, bad combination. But turkeys can see so well. They can hear so well.
Yeah, they saw us come down here and get ready to go, and they were like, nope,
they see
I'm out of here.
movement like that. So you're not going to have a successful hunt anyway if you're trying to sneak up to the turkey themselves.
Right. Well, thank you for all these great tips this morning. Yeah. I certainly learned a lot, that's for sure.
Good.
And have a great hunting season. It starts on Monday.
Starts Monday.
So get out there and have fun and be safe, and we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.